Way to Dragon just yet. Glorious Pathway gets used up. They're deciding to go in as Diamond pops in to revitalize. Now it's going to be the Infernal Pursuit to lock them down. Such electrifying beats and the pin down onto 2. Kirk caught all alone against 4.
Nice bait by the Kingdom here. They're not done. That's Kirk jumping up.
Another one onto Tyron. Edok very low. It's going to be a kill over King. Oh, it's a Kingdom with the way to Dragon. Sutsujin still able to get it as the electrifying beats comes around. Sutsujin doing damage over to King Kong, who's on Rins. Now Infernal Pursuit from Kirk.
Kirk is taking names and dropping bodies. Rins falls as well. Traded out for the... He's gotten so much space from an SOD.
Gonna take it. Kirk diving all the way to the back as well. Kara taking an SOD. Now the Lantern Flare. Kirk jumping again with Infernal Pursuit in the way the Dragon locked Toy down.
Edok with the fist crack in the back. King Kong can't engage. Toy's falling already, and they're gonna get one more.
Another one falling. Edok gets the pin down and a shutdown, but Sutsujin is all alone. Kara.
Best of 7. ONIC Philippines versus RRQ HOSHI.
Welcome to the land of Dawn for Game 1 in the Grand Finals. Ladies and gentlemen, early on, already a bit of aggression. Rins, signature aggression on this Juicin, a signature pick as well. And this goes back to, again, the rookie days of Rins. We would expect Rins to go for the playmakers, the guys who would just be able to flicker forward. And who better than to flicker forward than a Juicin?
And it's not a flicker though, it's a purify. So they're gonna play with that range. They're gonna play with how aggressive ONIC VHR. If this was any other combo than the Selena and the Cho, maybe he'd flicker, right? But Rins is afraid of the kick and the arrow that could come from downtown. A peek at the emblems these players are rocking. In case you were wondering, like, how does Rins build his Selena? Is that right? Is that Season Hunter?
Yeah, it is the Season Hunter. This is something that we have been seeing a lot from the Selenas. I believe we saw Moreno as well in Game 3 up against Team Falcons. Pick up the Season Hunter just so that you can help leash the Suyo, but also you are actually quite good at clearing the jungle, so it's very, very good to get the early invades going.
You're more than just your fighting.
Yep.
You have a lot of utility in your own jungle and the opponents. We're seeing the turtle spawning in the lower corner. Kirk being given quite a bit.
Yeah, just a bit poke over there.
Oh!
This arrow won't land. Dyron, just walk away.
Safe for RRQ HOSHI to reposition this way. But ONIC VHR boxing them out. Look at the presence that Superfam has.
You can see Brusco already dealing the damage over to Rins. Has the Crimson Beacon. Will go in. King Kong wins out the retreat battles. The Glorious Pathway gets used up by ONIC Philippines. Blitz that turtle.
They disperse just as quickly. Dyron didn't even catch the ghost, the shadow of any of the members of ONIC. That's a win for the Superfam. But RRQ HOSHI are keeping up with the farm. Mirko, this gold lead ain't budging.
No, it ain't. I wonder where it's coming from. Is it just the mid? I'm guessing it's the mid prio that they have over ONIC Philippines, right? Super Friends has been zoned away a lot from this mid lane. But what's good about the Selena is you don't need level 4 to contest for the neutral objectives.
Nope. Again, it helps that you have an emblem set and your range is just almost impossible to fathom for most heroes. King Kong keeping up the path here. The jungle route that he is known for has evolved through the months, through the years, and that's a good win. A flicker by Brusco, kicked the wrong way.
Flicker for flicker response there. It's a flick from Edok to get away. Has the fist crack now coming down with the Crimson Beacon, locking King Kong down. That's going to be the pin down over, but it's a good Blade Surge tap, that blink away for the Suyo.
Mini heart attack for both sides there, committing quite a few resources. Both teams skittish to give over first blood. Oh, King, that's Super Friends caught out.
Just a bit poke again. Selena, very, very hard to catch. Slippery girl, Dyron. Kind of a tough spot. Brusco not able to go for the way to Dragon just yet. Glorious Pathway gets used up. They're deciding to go in as Dyron pops in to revitalize. Now it's going to be the Infernal Pursuit to lock them down. Such electrifying beats and the pin down onto 2. Kirk caught all alone against 4.
Nice bait by the Kingdom here, and they're not done. That's Kirk jumping up.
Another one onto Tyron. Edok very low. It's going to be a kill over King Kong. Gets another up top. It's a solo kill for Toy against Kelra.
And the Kingdom are winning across the board. Say what you will about how that exchange went down here in the turtle pit, but oh, they're not done!
Super Friends, it's gotta respect this. King Kong able to get that Soul Sever damage onto Sutsujin. What happened up top?
That's just Bruno things. Looking at Toy, he has already built his Haas Claws, while Kelra isn't even at a full item. Kelra was forced to commit early to a Warrior Boots, so he was dueling. He knows he was going to duel against Toy, but he wasn't ready for the damage output. He's now down almost 1,000 gold.
It's a tough matchup now. Tyron also so oppressive in this XP lane against the Phobias. The Turtle, though, will not be rushed. RRQ had the tempo to play with, but they will take it slow. They know that the Joy needs that mid-game, and it's still more Suyo-sided in this Turtle battle.
Tyron with the pull. King Kong being given this small wave down bottom. And it looks like the Kingdom are leaning hard into this.
Rins again with his own over to King Kong, forcing him to blink out. That should be the Turtle given over. Now, oh, it's a Kingdom with the way to Dragon. Sutsujin still able to get it as the Electrifying Beach comes around. Sutsujin doing damage over to King Kong, who's on Rins. Now Infernal Pursuit from Kirk.
Kirk is taking names and dropping bodies. Rins falls as well. Traded out for the Bruiser.
Going in still on Dyron, a double lane for Kelra as he shoves in mid. Dyron able to dodge away from the Abyssal Arrow, but gets pinned down by that Spear of Misery. Sutsujin Electrifying Beats almost caught by Kirk. A turret falling up top for the trade.
It's not enough. The space ONIC PH are making for the gold standard. He's not dealing enough damage. And Toy has gotten so much space from an SOD.
Gonna take it. Kirk diving all the way to the back as well. Kelra taking an SOD. Now the Lantern Flare. Kirk jumping again with Infernal Pursuit in the way. The Dragon locked Toy down.
Edok with the fist crack in the back. King Kong can't engage. Toy's falling already, and they're gonna get one more.
Another one falling. Edok gets the pin down and a shutdown, but Sutsujin is all alone. Kelra gets a double.
Patience, ye of little faith. The Super Fam were just building up to this very moment. Again, the magic number, 7 or 8 minutes, when this early game centric lineup will start putting pedal to the metal, arrow to face, kick to shin. RRQ HOSHI are down almost 2,000 gold in the snap of a finger.
It all came crumbling down as they went in, and man, Captain Kirk, is that what you call him?
You could call him that.
He's captaining right now.
He was hitting the stratosphere with the way he was jumping, man.
He's commanding the team. Walks up forward, 1v4. He likes those odds, and he wins it for the team. Wow, what we were talking about Dyron and the Phobias. Seems like we just haven't been able to see Kirk on the Phobias.
Yep, that's his middle name I hear. Kirk Phobias Gutierrez. Toy getting a little space up top. Again, that's the only safe haven for RRQ right now because they lost so much in mid, lost so much down bottom. And with this last turtle, I'd reckon even RRQ will have to think twice because a single SOD on Kelra, who would have thought it would be unlocked so quickly?
Solo kill, I thought with that, they will be able to handle the man in that gold lane. Edok poke down again. Kirk so impressive. Jumping in one more time as Rince is able to zone him away as Brusco looks for the kick over. Gets away the Dragon, but Sutsujin still wins out the retry battles. Brusco gets away the Dragon, but now gets caught in the glorious pathway. Sutsujin takes him down. Kirk all alone. Meanwhile, Kelra though, Kirk still jumping in against 4 members. Trying to go for the trade. Won't be able to do so. SOD!
Right in the middle of 4. I don't think Kelra should take this fight. The Super Fam were taken out of their breath, dispersed, split up, separated from each other, and they had no choice but to make the most out of a losing situation. A bad trade. A turret for a turtle and a good bunch of bodies. RRQ HOSHI have found a way to recover, but ONIC PH are still ahead, very slightly. Only until Toy takes down this turret down bottom will the Kingdom have some room to breathe.
Look at the space given to Kelra, though. It was 1,000 gold lead, I believe, between the two for Toy. Now it's back to 80. That side lane pressure of the Moskov. Something we were talking about when we saw the Moskov low win rate is it's a high skill ceiling hero. But it's Kelra on it now.
Yep, you're not just playing 5 other dudes. You're playing the map. You're playing yourself. You got to hit those SODs. And even in the early moments of game number 1, Kelra's been hitting SODs, and he's been making the right calls. A lesser player would have already clicked the teleport, but Kelra said, you know what, we're going to invest in the top lane. This is the long lane. Let's wait. Game has slowed down, but folks, don't get us wrong. Both teams are still in it. We are at deadlock. ONIC PH, this is a negligible 700, 800 gold lead.
And to have that confidence, Leo, going for the Moskov. Oh, way the Dragon. Knocks Jin down, but it's the wrong angle. Ow, very close SOD there. Back to the point though, King Kong, no way he takes that Blade Surge, no. The confidence that Kelra has to go Flicker up against a very capable CC lineup of RRQ HOSHI.
That's right, there's at least 3 members of RRQ looking to gun for him. Dairen on the Hylos, Rins on the Zushin, Edok on the Badang, who by the way has a Flicker himself. Look at that, finally the push paying off. Again, the Super Fam outnumbered down bottom in the pit.
Boy, he's going to be locked down quite a bit. There is caught in the bad spot. Fist crack coming out. Jin claiming the Lord. Kelra still on the other side of the map, going for that base turret. Edok subbed up. Dairen caught, pops in to revitalize, but they're still on the chase. Dairen, a missile trap. That's going to be the glowing one on him still. Another missile arrow landing on Jin. Toy in the midst of it all, caught all alone. SOD Blade Surge from King Kong.
Toy full, traded out for Kirk, and the beast is slain as well. All this while, look at Kelra. His push, his investment, his hard work only stopped by the Lord.
Can you do it, Kelra? Can you go in a 1v3? Jumps on Edok, gets chain CC by the Fist Crack as well. The damage coming out, Kelra. Taken down by Rins. Edok able to survive with that shield.
The gold standards were outnumbered, cornered, and outfought. There were so many reasons he should have gotten out of there, but he held on for hope that he would penetrate and take down that tier 3 up top, and instead it backfires in their face. ONIC PH lose so much on the map. All the lanes are blue, and King Kong had his purple stolen.
11 minutes in, 19 kills. An action-packed game as Edok's looking for the concealed play. King Kong will respect it. Edok walks up forward, gets a Thunderbelt stack. Orange buff control, look at the Lord, super low. Still will get that charge. Are they able to hold it all the way to a third? Nah, King Kong quells it.
ONIC PH are trapped inside their base now. They've got one last outer turret, tier 2 in mid, and you can say goodbye to that just about now as Koi starts kicking balls in its face. Mirko, this is what we talked about, that Selena. It's good when you're winning, it's good when you're ahead, when you're able to go around the map and take whatever you want, but ONIC is cordoned in, the Super Fam is under quarantine.
RRQ HOSHI have just been so decisive, I would say, right? Because ONIC Philippines, they have had control over the side lanes. They have had control over the map with those traps as well. Vision, map, wave control has mostly been ONIC Philippines. But RRQ, whenever they see ONIC Philippines on the other side of the map, they never hesitate to just fight, go for the Lord, blitz it before ONIC Philippines can use the setup that they initiated.
What you're saying is if all go according to plan, if we follow logic, RRQ HOSHI wins. But ONIC PH in the early game have won one too many coin flips. They got away with way too much. That push up top, that conversion in mid and bottom, that's their early game salvo. But now it's up to the Super Fam to look for something else. Magical arrow catches Edok, but he was just checking range. He was just making sure the Super Fam don't go any further than where he allows.
2,400 gold lead. Still pretty even, honestly. 2,000 gold lead isn't really that big here as we get into the 12th minute of the game.
It's manageable, but you can feel it. You can see how ONIC respect that fact, and they're struggling to even take this orange. Edok gets caught out, but finally, King Kong get one.
I thought that was going to be a kill. Edok didn't even have to burn his flicker out for that. He did burn the fist crack, and that is a window for ONIC Philippines. But will they take it?
That's the Lord getting started up already. Expect a dance here from both sides. Lord now down to a third of its health.
Edok so low, Kirk's going to win. Glorious pathway come down as Rins is able to zone them in the back. Kirk flickers out to safety. RRQ HOSHI say no. We get the Lord, we back away. No fights, no windows for you.
A display of discipline from the Kingdom. Happy with what they got. They'll instead play the next few seconds. Lord comes out in about 10 from now, and Kelra was working on that long lane. So this is definitely some breathing room on the map the Super Fam needed. The Kingdom slowly building up that lead once more, approaching the 3K mark. You could assume that this is what, an extra item on Koi, an extra item on Sutsujin over King Kong?
I think so. Maybe I think Wind of Nature is already in the hands of Toy.
You know what? No, surprisingly, looking at it, it's actually a lot on Rins over Prince.
It's that mid lane. You know, again, when the Selena the only way for the Selena to get ahead is through kills, assists. That's a Lord charging in the mid lane as Rins is able to zone them again in the bottom lane. Another wave coming down now as the Glorious Pathway will be used up. Kelra piercing through the Lord on the HP bars in the bottom lane. Sutsujin got very low. King Kong looking for the play. The SOD does not land, but ONIC Philippines want to go for the fight. Abyssal Arrow landing. Tyron will sacrifice himself. Brusco!
They're not done. The King keeps down Edom. He does survive with some extra shields, but regardless, the fact of the matter is ONIC PH fought 2 battles on 2 fronts and 1, kicking RRQ HOSHI out, keeping their mid lane inhibitor.
What a fight. What a defense by ONIC Philippines. By all means, that should have been an RRQ-based turret take.
They should have took at least 1 or 2 bodies too.
But it's the opposite. It's ONIC Philippines were able to stand. Abyssal Arrow not actually landing on Sutsujin, but no follow available. Kirk won't or has kind of dropped when it comes to that damage impact that he has in the game. You can see that he's struggling now. Whenever he walks up in front of Pursuit forward, the Joy is shredding that HP bar.
That's why he invested in the Flicker. He knows that he had to play with range, go in and out of combat to try and buy time for the rest of ONIC. Checking out these items. Kirk could be chunkier. Again, he is rocking double magic defense, but then that's where the rest of RRQ HOSHI come in. Toy, Edok dealing some damage that'll make Kirk second guess his own decisions.
Let's take a look at the items again. Like you mentioned, Leo, it's a 1,500 gold lead for the Juicin. But I can't... Because like when Juicin gets more gold, it's... Unless you go for the Skypiercer build, right? It's not really going to add up to more damage. It's more utility.
Yep.
But for Friends, as he scales up, that is a game changer right there. That is a one-arrow wonder that could get you the win.
Sutsujin should be scared. Toy should be scared. Rins, thankfully he's got a Purify. That's what's keeping RRQ HOSHI here ahead of ONIC. But you're right. Again, that's why this 4,000 gold lead feels like a 1,000 gold lead is because a majority of it is on Rins. The concealed play here, cancel just as quickly.
That poke is starting to get to RRQ. At least the frontliners. The backliners, they have sustain. They have the Blood Wings. They have Haas Claws for Toy, but Tyron does not. He has the Revitalize, forced to use the Glorious Pathway already. Rins walks up forward, zoning King Kong away one more time. Sutsujin on the Lord, will be able to get it now. Is activated in front of pursuit by Kirk, looking for the chase. Tyron sacrificed again as Brusco kicks him back to the fray.
Look at Kelra!
In the base, looking for the end. Toy gonna be able to recall, and King Kong's on it! The wave dealt with already, but now Kelra's caught on the top spot. Rins, is that gonna be engaged? Purify out. What an angle.
That is an unfair trade. Again, on paper, RRQ HOSHI won. They got the Lord, but ONIC are inside the base.
Lord gonna be spawning as well. Sutsujin popping the electrifying beats already. ONIC Philippines looking for the angle to end the game.
The Lord ignored him.
Do it. Can a minion in the mid lane? Or no, that's the Lord in the mid lane already shoving the waves. Tailwind in the bottom. ONIC Philippines cannot find the angle to end. And there is a Lord still to play with. Rins goes in with the Crimson Beacon on the Super Prince. Gets engaged on.
Kelra puts him up against the wall. Spear of Misery.
Kelra.
The Kingdom or Man down.
Way the Dragon. Oh, the Abyssal Arrow lands. Sutsujin still able to escape right now, but the trap is going on him. That's the tick. Immortality. Sutsujin. Jikudo for Brusco.
2 down for the Kingdom, and ONIC PH continue the onslaught. They want to take down this tier 2 in mid, and they're going to have their way with it.
No Rins, no Sutsujin. 3v5. RRQ HOSHI. Edok gonna be landed. The Abyssal Arrow locks him down. The pin down is there too. Toy dealing damage. Super Prince still trying to land those arrows. Toy still in the back line, but now look at that piercing damage. Toy with the immortality. The waves right there. ONIC Philippines battle their way to a game victory.
First on the board, the Super Fam, ONIC PH.